process. But again, the best way to do it is post the dang content. Just post it. Stop being afraid and post it. But if you aren't able to just post it, then these are things that I recommend. Hey, welcome back. I'm DG Marie, and this is Redo Your Life. And today I want to talk to you about showing up on camera. And that is a huge obstacle for a lot of people who are interested in entering the content creation space. And so I thought, let me give some tips and practical advice and motivation for people to help overcome that fear and just show up and get on camera, And I'll say for myself, it's been a journey for me. If you saw my first episode, you saw that I said in there that I let weeks, months, and wasted time go by because of my fear of showing up on camera. And if you're anything like me, I know I am my own worst critic. I will video myself, or even when I wasn't doing content creation, when I was, in things with my friends and family, and we would do, just personal home videos or whatever, I was very critical of myself. I hate to hear myself speak, or I'm looking at different things about, my videos, and I pick them to pieces. And so if you're anything like me, you're very critical and very hard on yourself. And I want you to work on overcoming that and to not do that to yourself, because you're sabotaging yourself. And let's just face it, if you don't show up, if you never, overcome your fear of showing up, there's so many opportunities that you miss out on in the process or by not showing up. So I want to focus our energy today to talking about ways to help you overcome showing up. So grab your coffee or tea or whatever beverage and come on back here and let's get to it. So, how do you overcome your fear of showing up on camera? First off, I say start small. Don't try to go from zero to creating a big long form YouTube video for 10 minutes and posting it. You got to get yourself comfortable with being on camera, and that's going to take time. So I recommend that you start with little small short clips, maybe 15 or 30 seconds at a time. And you don't even have to post it. Just put yourself on camera, speak on whatever it is that you want to speak on, and just look at it, or even if you don't look at it, just get used to putting yourself and getting in front of the camera and getting comfortable with creating little mini videos that you can kind of learn how you sound, learn about different mannerisms or facial expressions or whatever it is that you may do while you're on camera. And you can kind of work through correcting those things without posting that content online, if that's something that's, bothering you or that you're uncomfortable with. So again, start out small and just kind of create your own little personal library that you don't necessarily have to post, but start small. And then the next thing is practice makes perfect. It is the old adage or the old saying that you hear people say, and it is so true. Just practice, just keep doing that, keep showing up for yourself and being on camera and doing those practice clips. But again, you don't have to post it if you're not comfortable yet, or not, if you don't feel that you're at a space where you're ready to post it. Just create it, and you can delete it after you're done, or just create it and just kind of keep a little folder of your practice videos so you can refer back to certain things. And I'm still in this process for myself, so this is very raw, and I'm being very transparent with my process, and I'm going through a lot of this process while I'm showing up and showing these things to you as well. And like I said, I don't claim to be an expert here or a perfectionist or perfect in this industry, but I have had some success with things off camera, as far as like faceless and just doing certain sales and things like that. So again, the showing up on camera part is new to me. So I'm still overcoming some of my fears and critiques and things like that in the process. But again, the best way to do it is post the dang content. Just post it. Stop being afraid and post it. But if you aren't able to just post it, then these are things that I recommend. Again, start small, do little mini clips, and keep practicing and practicing over and over. Another thing to think about is focus on the fact that you're helping people. Focus on how and who you're helping, and what ways and what information you want to bring across to help people. And if you take your focus off of the being on camera part and focus on the helping part, then that may kind of shift your perspective a little bit and help you overcome that fear a little as well. So again, take that mental shift off of the being on camera part and shift your thought process to who can I help and how can I help people? And that may be a little bit more helpful as well. Also, use notes, prompts. If you're scared that you're going to get tongue-tied or you're going to forget your content or what your thought process is while you're shooting, don't forget you can always edit. You can always make edits. You can always start over. I know for myself, sometimes I will take a full shot and just do it all and just have raw footage. And then sometimes I do have to edit little parts on there where sometimes I just go blank. I'll have a certain topic that I'm talking on or a certain thought that comes to mind. And while I'm speaking on that thought, something will happen or I'll go on a tangent. And then the next thing I know, I have forgot what I was going to say on the next sentence or the point that I was making. So it's nothing wrong with having a notepad or your cell phone or some kind of device here while you're shooting your content to help you stay on topic and to kind of bring you back to where you need to be or the point you were making in your content. So take notes if you need to. Everything doesn't have to always be up here. I mean, most of your content or your message will be up here, but to keep yourself in line and keep yourself focused on how you want your information to flow, use notes. And that is very helpful, or notes or prompts. If you just need to, if you feel uncomfortable, use tools like filters, whatever it may be that you need to make you feel comfortable showing up online. And I know there's different thoughts out there about using filters. Sometimes people have bad things to say about filters, and I say, whatever. If you want to use a filter, use a filter. If you don't want to use filters, that is your business. Mind the business that pays you. Whatever is going to make you feel comfortable showing up online, that's what you do. And don't worry about what nobody else says about that, because again, we all have whatever it is that we do to prepare to be on camera. Some people will get on camera with no makeup on. They will get on and show you how they're applying their makeup while they're making their point. And some people will roll out of bed. Some people are in bonnets. Whatever it is that you feel more authentic in your skin, that's what you do. And if you feel you want to have a filter on, use your filter. Sometimes I use a filter, sometimes I don't. And it just kind of depends on how I'm feeling that day. Sometimes if I'm just going to be honest. Sometimes if my skin has blown up or I feel like, I've got some blemishes and things going on and my skin is just not looking right or it's uneven, or if I'm in a bad lighting type situation or something, I will use a filter in a heartbeat. And I don't care what anybody has to say about it. Don't watch. Go to the next video. If me using a filter is going to hurt your feelings that bad, go watch somebody else's content. This is not the place for you, maybe. Because for me, it's more about the message and not so much about the aesthetic. So again, whatever's going to make you feel more comfortable, that is what you do. If you want to use a filter, use a filter. If you don't want to, that's your business. So again, do what you do. And next, you can practice with your friends, your family, whatever, whoever it is that you have shared that you're starting or wanting to start an online presence with. Practice with that person or with those people. Make your video and then send it to them and let them look at it and, give you some very critique. Let them critique it. And, let them be real and raw with you. Hopefully they are the people that love you and will not, cut you down so bad or critique you to the point where they defeat your your energy or your drive or your passion to want to do this. Hopefully they'll give you constructive criticism or constructive feedback that you and practical advice that you can take and implement and, use that to go forward with your content. But use your friends and family. They can tell you if your message is choppy. Pick somebody that's going to be real and honest with you, that's going to tell you like, no, that didn't make sense, or the way you said this, or why do you keep holding your hand like this, or why do somebody, whoever you trust that will be honest with you, that will be careful with how they present that to you, because they know you, they know your personality, they know how you can receive criticism. So, give that information or share your practice reels or videos with them and let them help you out and give you some constructive feedback. And then something else that I think we all have forgotten at some point in time, of course, the more experienced creators, they have this down. And I know for myself, I'm still trying to get this down, but sometimes you just need to smile and breathe. Slow down. Just breathe. Because, if you remember, like in school, if you ever had to give a speech or anything like that in school, when you get nervous, sometimes most people, when they get nervous, they get to rambling. They get to talking faster and, sometimes just kind of rambling and going all over the place. I do it still too, but sometimes you just have to reel it back in and just slow down and just smile and breathe. Focus and come back. Even if you need to crop that or cut that part out of your video or edit it out, whatever you need to do. But sometimes that's something that you just need to smile, breathe, and then start over. And I've done that several times, even with creating these videos that you're seeing today. Sometimes I get to a point, I go blank, and then it's like, whoop, stop. And I have to just stop and just breathe for a second and then start back again and, finish the point that it is that I was trying to make, or say, what I'm trying to say. So, smile and breathe. And then keep it short, again, do little small 15-second clips, slowly graduate yourself up to longer form content. But maybe you want to start out with reels or YouTube shorts or something like that first until you get more comfortable. And then as you get more comfortable with it, then graduate up to trying to do long form video. Or, if you want to just keep practicing with the shorter videos until you get comfortable enough to actually uploading and submitting long form. It's totally up to you. But either way, I just want you to show up. And then the last point that I want to make about this is watch less and post more. Post your content and try not to look at it. That was something I heard some other creators say to do. And I thought, you know what, that's a good idea. And the first few times that I posted my content, when I actually went on camera on my Instagram page, I posted and I could not look at it. I couldn't look at it. I just recorded the video. I edited everything and got it the way that I wanted it to be during the edit. And then I posted it and I just stopped. I didn't look at it. And, I think it's a couple of them that I've never seen. And that's okay with me. I don't care, because I know me. And I know that if I go back and look at it, I'm going to pick it apart and critique myself. And I don't want to put myself in that kind of space, because the more you do that, the more you kill your confidence, and then you end up not wanting to do it at all. So for me, I just decided that I'm not going to look at some of those videos. And the more that I've posted, the more comfortable I've gotten with posting and being in front of the camera. And so now it's not nearly as frightening as it was in the beginning when I first started doing it. So those are all things and tips that I want you to kind of consider. Again, think about the ultimate goal that you want and how you're going to get there. Now, you can do faceless, Faceless is a very lucrative opportunity as well, and there's people that are making a lot of money doing faceless accounts. But if you want to build your brand around who you are and your personality and yourself, then you're going to have to show up. And so you got to figure out which way you want to do that, which platforms you want to show up on. And, you just got to take the leap and push yourself to do it. And so hopefully these tips will help you kind of overcome that fear and get you more comfortable with being in front of the camera, because again, create the content. You've got to create the content, and don't keep letting time go by and pass by and, just keep watching everybody else while you're sitting here scrolling and everybody else is creating their channels and content and monetizing and everything. And then you're going to look up and then they're all past you and they're doing well, and you'll be mad at yourself saying, why didn't I start when I wanted to, when I first got this opportunity a while back? And a lot of people are flooding YouTube now, coming from different social media platforms. I think the whole TikTok ban or clock app ban was an eye-opener to a lot of creators that had all of their eggs in one basket. A lot of people built their audience on that other platform or other social media app, and then when it was threatened with going away, so many people went into panic mode thinking, what am I going to do? Because this is where my audience is. Where do I tell people to find me? So I strongly advise that you build a following on all the different social media platforms and diversify, but you also want to make sure that you get your email list and have your email, find a way to get your people, your subscribers to opt into your email list, because that is the only thing that you own. If all of these social media platforms go away, you still have your mailing list. So that is something that I suggest you do. And if you have some type of software that you've created your mailing list on, you can periodically download that data and extract it from that particular app, just in case that app goes away. Keep your information backed up. Keep as much control over your information and your clients and your customers and your audience. Keep as much of that data on your own devices as you can, because these apps, they come and go. They restrict you for whatever reason, or if something could happen where you're locked out, where you can't access the app any longer. So do that to protect your email list, because that's where a lot of your opportunity comes from as far as your email list is concerned. That is your bread and butter, for lack of better terms. So keep your email list. Download and extract your data every so often and back up that information so that you have it in case any of these social media or apps or anything that you're using goes away. And so that is all I have for you today. The main takeaway from today is I want you to show up. Get used to showing up. Take baby steps, practice. Don't critique yourself, but slowly build your confidence up until you're able to post small videos, and then gradually increase your time to go long form if that's what you want to do. But practice makes perfect. Don't critique yourself and create the content. That's the main thing. So thank you so much for for being here today and for joining me. And again, hopefully you'll engage. It's all about engaging, because we are all trying to make it here. We're all trying to start and build our following. We are small creators. And so let's support each other. Put something in the comments or drop something in the comments if you have suggestions or feedback on this video. Let me know. I really want to hear what you have to say. And most of all, please subscribe. I need subscribers. I want you to be a part of my community, and I am looking for people to be a part of their community as well, because we can all help each other. And it's not competition, because there is so many people out here that are viewing social media apps. People are moving away from your standard regular TV, and they're coming and spending more watch hours on social media. So if you feel that you cannot have a following, you are wrong. there is an opportunity for you to build a following out there. So let's all work together. Let's help each other as much as we can, and just share as much as we can. I'm sharing everything. I don't care. I'm not gatekeeping information. Anything that I know, I want to put it out there to try to help the next person come along, and so we can all eat together. So again, drop a comment. Let me know what you think about this video, or if anything resonated with you and your experience up to this point. Hopefully this information helped somebody come one step closer to overcoming their fear of getting on camera. Thank you so much for joining me today, and join me for my next episode, and I look forward to seeing you then. But